Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on in. We're going to be spawning in, and this will be a game of duo queue. Instantly, we can already tell on the bottom left-hand side of the screen that there is an obsession, and it's spawned in late. That is going to be a head-on game, and we're going to be versing a Leatherface down there to the right-hand side. And that appears to be Iron Maiden, because he screamed getting out of the locker, revealing a bit of an interesting play. I guess Leatherface is a bit intimidated about the windows, or about the locker plays that can happen right now. I'm going to drop down here and split from my teammate. I can play the jungle gym down here, depending on what he decides to do. Instead, he wants to chase that other gentleman, and that works out in our favor. With a little bit of a head-on stun there, he did have a challenge for it, and I believe I have a very similar challenge as well. Now, what do we know? We know we're on a very killer-sided map. These jungle gyms are very small and easy to play around as 110% movement speed killer, let alone 115% movement speed. I have two teammates that are solo queue, and both of them are unaccounted for. What else does this mean? This means they could be working on any generator, any location. I did spawn in the middle of the map. Leatherface broke the door down with his kick, and he did not have brutal strength as well. Nobody else is working on that platform gen, and I didn't see the platform gen on the left have anybody working on it either. Therefore, the other two players are Maya and could be working in this corner, or could be working in that corner. Based on the fact that no objective has been completed, and I've been on this for over 50 seconds, or over 40 seconds, sorry, because it's halfway, means they're not stacked on gens. I can see one running down there, and I can see one running there. They were both on one side of the board, but they did not come from the same direction, therefore they were not working on the same objective. Unfortunately, that means nobody was doing anything that's going to hurt the killer here, and he doesn't have ruins, so the gens won't be resetting, which is good for us to know. That's why we let go of the gen, just to test that out. Now, what do we know? We heard him rev his chainsaw. We know he revved it on the right-hand side of the board, not the left. Therefore, he's probably breaking a wall. See the crow despawn? It tells me roughly where the killer is going to be coming from. And it looks like he's going to be going for a chainsaw hit. And he did get collision, so she's going to take spacing between him, which was a phenomenal play. Now, I have a better jungle gym to my right, but he has too much tunnel vision here. He's not even paying attention to a gen in the middle of the street that I'm about to complete. I'm going to 99 it and see what he does. Good. I kind of wanted him to come over from it, and that's exactly what he did. We're going to come around here to the right, and we can play that window now. Let's see what he does. He didn't go... Ooh. Bit of an interesting play. Unfortunately, I mind game myself there. I'm going to wait here for him, and I'm going to play this window then. I wanted him to come from the right-hand side, and he did. Going to just go all the way around here. I'm going to go through the pallet. I'm going to turn to the right. Let's see what he does again. I'm going to go through this. I'm going to go right back through, finger on dead hard if I need to, I don't need to, going to go right through the pallet, and guess what? I'm going to have to give him something, unless he lunges and misses right now. He's still respected, meaning I have time. You have to dead hard it, dead hard into the vault. Now I'm exhausted, I have to give him something to reset that bloodlust. I'm going to vault this, because he hasn't seen me double back on him yet. Looks like I don't know where he actually went. Did he actually dip from the chase? He lost 3 generators in that one chase that just happened there. Looks like he actually left chase in that small window. I will get a heal from my teammate if she deems it necessary. Looks like she's going to keep running this way. I expect him to be following. I can't see him. There he is. Alright, now she should try and hide based on the fact that I'm injured and leaving scratch marks in the same direction. I can take the killer's attention here. Now, I don't have adrenaline, I don't believe. I'm going to try and dip off that mistake. Window is still sealed. He cancelled his animation. This should be unsealing very soon. There it is. We're going to keep coming through. And I am going to play not to the back window. I got to be careful knowing there's only one gen left and I'm exhausted on window now. He's going to have bloodlust. I have to give him the pallet now. Hopefully I've timed it right. He can have it early. Remember, Leatherface has been changed, and he can do some incredible plays now. I do actually have adrenaline. I just checked in the bottom right, so we might be able to get away with this. He's going to break the door. While he's doing that, he doesn't have brutal strength. I'll take advantage of his mistake, and I'll get distance. I'll reset bloodlust, even though it was reset on the break, and I'll try and play to the other end of the board where I can get upstairs. Keep in mind, I've got 3 teammates on full health MIA. What do you think they're currently doing right now? Yes, they are slamming out a generator. That's going to give me time to be healed right now and apply pressure to the door while paying attention to the killer if he's going to be coming in any direction. So you notice how I entwine those jungle gyms together. I time my dead hard to give me fast momentum for a window vault as well, to keep the killer behind me. He did have bloodlust at one stage as well, but we managed to get away. Now, keeping in mind, we could have kept going for an additional lap on the other pallet, but I knew there was one gen left, so I kind of wanted to play off the fact that there's only one gen and see if we can make a really good play for our teammates to be able to work on objectives and not have to worry about coming and saving me. Leatherface is one of the hardest killers at the end of the game to try and save against, so do keep that in mind. Now, what do we know right now? We know that he's not in chase of the obsession and he's not in chase of me, therefore he's chasing one of the other 2 people. The other door has been opened, not by me, so I'm going to open this one now too. The bar at the top of the screen indicates the endgame collapse has now started. Unless Leatherface puts somebody in dying state right now, that bar will be going down at a flat rate. When somebody's in dying state, that bar will turn grey and go down at half the speed. Now, what do we know right now? That bar takes 2 minutes to hit the end. It will periodically make a sound indicator letting you know the end game collapse is started and it's consuming time. When that bar hits 0, anybody left in the trial will be executed immediately on their current location. So you should hear a sound indicator letting you know that it is time to leave. Now, the reason I'm hanging around waiting in the exit gate right now is in case one of my teammates go down, I do want to be able to make a play and save them. If you're looking in the bottom right-hand side of the screen, 2 of my perks I didn't even use. I had Unbreakable and Soul Guard. Therefore, if I became a slug at some point and I needed to get up, I could take a body block hit for my teammates if I needed to, but I did not. Therefore, we are looking at just running Dead Hard, which I did utilize on a window based on the fact the killer did have Bloodlust behind me. If I wasn't able to make that vault, I would have then played to the left-hand side where the pallet was, which I still didn't manage to preserve the entire trial. Anyways, guys, that's going to be all for this day's Educational and Informative Survivor game. If you guys learned something, if you had a great time, make sure you slap that subscribe button. I do Educational Survivor and Dead by Daylight killer content 5 days a week if you want to tune into Twitch, where I do it live. If you think you know everything about DVD, you can help me teach people that don't. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching the video, and I will see you in the fog in the Alrighty guys, and welcome back in. Today we're going to be spawning in on Tormented Creek. Now yes, I am in a 4-man pre-made in this video. I just want to let you guys know so there will be no solo queue gamers. I can already see one of my teammates is the Obsession too, and I found a Ghostface who is going to be trying to get that stalk off. Looks like he is in a bit of a sticky spot. Hello Ghostface, I'm looking right at you, mate. I'm sorry, apparently I couldn't see him through the grass. Alright, now what do we know? He's already got it down. That's a really good start for Ghostface. I'm going to try and work on this generator over here. I saw my teammate originally let go of the gen, and that allows me to know he doesn't have Ruin. This teammate rotated, allowing me to jump on the gen too, which is good. We can both stack on it. Now, what other information is provided? He has Kindred on the hook. The killer has Thanatophobia. Most likely, if he's going to be running Thanatophobia, he's also... I'm trying to look straight at you, buddy. Alright, he managed to break him out of it, not me. Knowing that he has Thanatophobia, he's most likely stacking it with Sloppy Butcher. That appears to be a Pop Goes the Weasel. Oh, that's bad. Alright. So Thanatophobia, Sloppy Butcher, Pop Goes the Weasel, and Nurse's Calling will be this Ghostface's build. Highly likely. It is a pretty common build on Ghostface. I'm not 100% sure, but when he does get a hit on me at some point, I will be able to run or go off the assumption that I know his entire build. Now, having Pop will give him stability on his objectives. The only thing is he's lacking a tracking perk, and having the gens being pretty far apart, and him being crouching around quite a bit rather than walking while stealth, it's going to cost him a lot of time, and it's going to hurt him as well. So what do we know? We can see Smile is currently in a little bit of trouble. We have 2 teammates that are unaccounted for and both been healed. I know the killer has prepped me, or got a little bit of stalk out of me. So I need to be mindful. Remember, when Ghostface stands in the open and stalks you, it takes 5 seconds. When Ghostface leans around a wall or a corner or something, it takes 2.5 seconds for him to get his stalk active on you, which will be that little red ring you see around survivors' names in the bottom left-hand side of the screen, like Steve had earlier on in the trial. Now, my gen is going to be done. These 2 guys should be finishing a gen real soon, especially if they're on a gen together. But if they're splitting, then that might not be the case. Now, if he doesn't have Nurse's Calling, he'll most likely have Barbecue and know exactly where to go. I'm going to go under the assumption he does have Barbecue rather than Nurse's Calling. I'm looking for something to loop him at, and I'm really out of luck right now. I got not a lot here. The good news is he's a follower. He's not trying to think and cut me off. I think he knows he's got Stalk on me. He's just going to wait for his ability. Already entered Chase. We'll be building Bloodlust. I might take a hit in the back here. Oh, I'm definitely taking a hit in the back. The good news is I could have pallet stunned him, and he just reset all the Stalk he got off me. So I'm not too worried. The good news, again, is I have a really strong jungle gym here. And we can be very patient. And we can actually loop this in this loop. Took a bad assumption. I rotate elsewhere. I wait at the pallet, make it look like I'm camping the pallet, and then I take the window. That way I force him round Tora pathing. He could have activated his ability. He didn't. I got the God window as well. Constantly chaining these together to confuse him. Bad play by him. Guess what happens? I run this loop yet again. Let's see how he cuts this off. How does he play? Does he cut through? Does he go round? Nice dead hard. I'm gonna wait at the pallet. I'm gonna give it to him because I know he's not gonna respect. I'm gonna recycle that if he doesn't break it either. He's looking for a Bloodlust play, which is good. I'm going to run all the way this way, and then I'm going to play to that pallet if he doesn't break it. Not panicking, just taking my time and being nice and patient. Didn't see him leave. He could have left. I'm not going to leave. I'm going to give him 10 more seconds. Alright, he hit somebody else. Think of all the time he spent here. He lost multiple generators. We only gave him one pallet. We took a hit over here, which reset his ability, allowing me to utilize Dead Hard. So it was a really good time for me to take that free hit in the back. Now, we do have a gen here. What I kind of want is my teammate to be able to take a body block hit if he needs to. So I'm going to work here. That way I can... Oh, he dropped a med kit so I can heal myself. It's very polite of him. I am in a bad spot to be healing. Looks like he planted a flashlight as well. Going to be trying to land all of our grace. Apparently we don't need to because adrenaline is going to heal me up anyways. Going to go to the door on the left. The good news is I've reset. I'm going to go to the door on the right depending on that teammate's movement. I'm going to go to the door on the left because my teammate going straight for the save. I do still have a bit to work with over here, and he never broke that jungle gym, and he just downed somebody after exit gates being powered. Therefore, that's a complete counter to no end. So I don't even have to worry about no one escapes death at the moment. He's applying pressure to the door on the left. Looks like my teammate's looking and see if he can squeeze past. I have a feeling the killer's going to be coming right over. My door's prepped. It's not going to give him a lot of time to come over and press. There he is. Block his line of sight. Make him come all the way in. He could have went straight back there. It would have been a better play for me to actually snap him out of it. But if one of my teammates gets hit, I can run straight in. Unfortunately, that is not the teammate that I needed to take a hit. And the other guy did take For the People, if you noticed that, ladies and gentlemen. A For the People play. He has a pallet to work with, and I can still play this hill. Even though he's injured from For the People, I can heal him one stage, so the medkit's going to be helpful here. Countering Thanatophobia with the benefits as well, keeping in mind that the medkit is going to make it a bit quicker. And if that's DS, the killer's in a bad spot. That's going to be no DS. The other teammate took a hit. I should be waiting for my Dead Hard, but I will get it back in the time that I stop to go for a save play on this guy on the hook. He's going to be eliminated, I'm afraid. Other teammates here. Can't break him out of it in the corner, I'm afraid. Somebody else snapped him out of it, and unfortunately it looks like we're going to have one survivor less. We're going to do a nice little cheeky sidestep, and he gets no blood points at the end because we backstepped and he tapped M1 and sidestepped rather than coming forward. Anyways guys, GG's well played. If you're watching this video over at YouTube, make sure you slap that subscribe button for more informative educational content like this one. I do educational Survivor and DBD stuff 5 days a week live at Twitch if you guys want to tune in and catch it there firsthand. If you think you know everything about DBD, you can help me teach the people that don't. Anyways guys, GG's yet again, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. I will see you guys in the fog in the next video. Alrighty guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to be spawning in on Tormented Creek. We've got a teammate to my left-hand side, which we can already hear crying, therefore he is going to be running No Mither. Now we can kind of hope that he's going to be running No Mither with Resilience, etc. Corrupted Intervention by the killer, another teammate outside that we can see. I want to showcase to you guys this build. Now this build is going to be including the fact that I can keep my add-ons at the end of the trial, which can be substitute to change with either Iron Will or Adrenaline at your own leisure. He feels very close for a 32-meter killer tear radius that I can't hear. Therefore, I'm thinking he actually has Monitor and Abuse. In fact, I'm 99% sure he has Monitor and Abuse because I heard a tiny heartbeat when he got further away and he entered Chase. Therefore, we know he's got Monitor and Abuse. We know he has Corrupt Intervention. Now, with the build I'm currently running, you guys are going to be able to notice that I'm going to be able to heal in approximately 6 seconds. Rather than a 32-second heal from self-care, I should be able to get 2 heals out in about 6 seconds, providing I get 1 skill check. That is a grade. This being said, what do we know is going on behind us? I'm not going to greed for it because he has no regression on it at all. I'm going to go up and through. You're going to get sandbagged here, sweetheart. You're a little bit behind there. She needed to keep running in a straight line. I'm going to go just for a little bit of spacing and see what happens here with the killer and what he decides to do. There's another generator I can work on. I got another teammate over there who didn't take any form of damage. Therefore, I'm going to let him go back and tap that gen while I apply pressure somewhere else. I know I got a pretty strong jungle gym to work with here. Pyramid Head can hit you through windows and pallets if he plays really well. It's all about timing and when to be able to use your ability. When Pyramid Pyramid Head pulls up his sword in the first place, you'll notice that he has time to be able to do animation cancel. Now, if he does animation cancel early, it means he's not going to suffer a penalty to his movement. Now, let's look at a killer that does suffer a penalty to their movement. Let's look at Clown. When the Clown refills his bottle, if you cancel the refill animation, you're going to notice the Clown is going to stop his movement pretty much on the spot for a little bit of time, and it's going to hurt him quite a bit. That was bad movement by me. That was a good dead hard by my teammate. I don't actually know where the killer was. Good play on the window. Infectious Fright on me. He's going to come round for that. I'm going to walk around here then. No, he's not going to come round for it. What do I know? I know I've got a generator all the way over here that's nearly done. It looks like Uncharted's coming in for it. I'm going to let this guy see me. Where are you going, my friend? Never mind. I know there's a Jenny over here that was nearly done. I don't know why he didn't come in for this. I'm going to apply pressure to this. He never regressed my generator over there. Because he caged, it kind of made me think he had Surge, but he didn't actually have Surge. Gotta be careful of our movement because he can hit me through a wall. Knowing my other teammate's injured, I have to be careful. No enduring. He recovered at the default rate there too. Pallet is now gone. Teammate did get good space in between. Now what my teammate should do is run straight to the guy on the hook, force him to respawn in a different location over here. That way we can save him. Because if the killer comes too close to a person on the hook nowadays, the cage, it'll teleport them across the map. Now, looking at the bar, he has 60 seconds before he hits struggle. That being said, he's already almost at struggle. It takes 60 to hit struggle. It takes 60 from struggle to go into death. To be eliminated from the trial. Now, you will get about 500 points for hook saving somebody. I do have botany to be able to heal him quicker. I wouldn't use the med kit unless I absolutely needed to. Knowing the killer has Infectious Fright, the killer has Modern Abuse. Look how far away I am. And we know the killer has Corrupt Intervention. Therefore, he has one perk that's Maya. So it's either Barbecue or Pop. Now, he caged somebody rather than anything else. Therefore, I actually think he might be looking at running something a little different here. That's the botany heal. Get him up nice and early. We're going to go over here. I think he's going to be running Barbecue, and that's going to hurt him because he's not going to have any generator stability or regression throughout the trial. Got a teammate working on the gen with me. 2 people, 47.5 seconds to get the gen done if we get no grades, and I'm missing a lot of my grades today, which is unfortunate. I'm sure we'll get there a little later on in the trial. Now, what do we know? We can look in the bottom left-hand side of the screen, and we can see Uncharted, who is currently the Obsession, is being chased by the killer. Therefore, Phil is on full health. MIA, unaccounted for, most likely applying pressure towards an objective. I have a teammate who is injured to my left-hand side, also applying pressure towards the same objective. I am on 4-2. Therefore, I know one person is Maya, one person is in chase, 2 people working on the same generator. Now, realistically, the best way to beat a killer nowadays is apply split pressure in different areas, especially if you're going to be versing a killer that lacks map momentum. Even if you are going to be versing a killer like a Nurse, a Hillbilly, a Freddy Krueger, somebody who can get around the board real quick, even a Billy or an Oni. This is the kind of time where applying gens in different areas will hurt them. Now, we know this guy has Infectious Fright, so he's counting on us staying injured and grouping up. He won't get any value if we decide to split up and apply pressure elsewhere, so we'll be countering his build by working separately. That being said, did see a little opportunity to heal my teammate. I have botany knowledge, so I can heal him at a quicker rate as well. Keeping that in mind, I can still heal with my medkit, which I am wanting to showcase to you guys a little later on in the trial. I might actually run in here and take a free hit. Unfortunately, I did not take that hit for him. That is going to be okay, though. I'm going to come over here, and let's see what I have to do. Jenny's nearly done. I'm going to go right around. Good shot by him. Took the hit. Let's show you just how quickly this goes. So look at this bar going right now, guys. It's approximately 6 seconds if I get no skill checks. And if I get that 1 grade, it just goes to show you that I am already full health. Now I am not going to use it. I'm going to let him see me right now and see what he decides to do. This is a little bit of a bait. I have access to Dead Hard. I have my heal at 99. Hopefully I make a good play. I can Dead Hard into a heal. I got a window here. I don't think he has range add-ons. He just missed it too. Looks like I Dead Harded over it. I'm going to tap that heal real quick, and let's come through here. We're going to go around this jungle gym rather than through. And he thought we were going to go right through by looks of things. So what do we know? We know the Pyramid Head is right there. He's going to be able to see my scratch marks. Will he step the window? He did not, so I will fast forward the window when he mispositions. I'll then go back around again, waiting for him to do something here. Gonna go right back through. I don't actually have adrenaline on this character like I normally do, so I'm lucky I sidestepped it, but I will still have access to be able to heal in 6 seconds approximately. Not going to the closed door. We'll go to the far away one, knowing where the kill is. He should hide, because I've left a lot of scratch marks here, and he can probably get away with it. We're gonna go all the way right around here, and then we're gonna come back in for that door, based on the fact we can loot this building if we need to. He broke the pallet. He has modern abuse. He's still chasing, even though it sounds like he is not. Let's see if we can see him through here. He's still coming all the way around, which is good. So I'm gonna run one entire lap of this, and then I'm gonna go for that door, because the pistons should tell me that the door is nearly done. Let's see what he decides to do if he tries to double back right now. He still hasn't double backed. Looks like he's kind of lost me there. I'm going to let him see me for a second. Come on, my friend. I'm over here. That door is going to be open in front of me right now, or the other door is open. 3 pistons on this door. I should be able to escape right now. There's our 3 pistons. Now, if he doesn't have Noed, which I don't think he does, he's not going to be able to catch and get the hit. And we're going to be able to leave. That's a little bit of a play. You notice how his sword was in the ground then? It means he's losing his movement and his side turn. So when I was talking about a Pyramid Head cancelling this animation, before he puts the sword in the ground, he has about 1 second, 1.5 seconds, which is when you bait the sword in the ground to then do a pull up if they choose to use a pallet or go through. I never saw him do it once that trial. He just tried to anticipate the movement. Anyways, guys, GG's well played. If you're watching this informative game over at YouTube, this is the fastest med kit you can use in Dead by Daylight right now. Get it done in 6 seconds. That being said, make sure you slap that subscribe button for more educational, informative Dead by Daylight content like this for both Killer and Survivor. GG's well played, guys, and I'll see you in the fog. Alrighty guys, and welcome back in. Today we're going to be spawning in on Call Tower. Now right behind me I have my teammate. Like always, I'm going to let you guys know I am in a 3-man pre-made with 1 solo queue gamer. Now this is arguably one of the most fair and balanced maps in Dead by Daylight. Now I am going to be versing a Michael Myers. I'm going to medium vault because of the angle I came at. Hopefully that means he's going to be coming at a poor choice and angle. See if he goes through. Didn't go through. Remember, if Michael Myers does catch you out in the open, you can actually walk inside him, and he does lose the ability to stalk when you're inside. I saw his hand then. I'm going to try and get to a better jungle gym, though. Keep coming around here to the right. Good play by him. Block his line of sight. Walk inside him so he can't stalk. Can't stalk if you're inside. It's going to really hurt him. And he's going to have to M1 me, allowing me to get distance. Now, rather than getting distance, I'm just going to loop that. I'm going to come around here to the right-hand side. Because I mispositioned myself, I decided to play around the fact that he is stage 1. We want to always make sure we got something in between the two of us, right? Didn't get it out of me, would have got it out of somebody else. He got a little bit out of me, don't get me wrong, but we are going to be able to apply pressure towards this objective now too. The question is he a default Michael Myers, or is he a Michael Myers with add-ons? Now, what is a default Michael Myers? Well, tier 1 has a 0 meter heartbeat, and he moves at 105% movement speed, but you hear that sound we originally heard, that means he is tiered up. A tier 2 Michael Myers moves at 115% movement speed with a 16 meter heartbeat. Now he's a tier 3 Michael Myers. Now he can run add-ons to change these. At a 16 meter heartbeat, he can run Modern Abuse to make that 16 meter heartbeat an 8 meter heartbeat. He can also run the Rabbit add-on, which is a yellow add-on, which is going to reduce your heartbeat in tier 2 by 25%. 25% of 8 is 2, therefore giving him a 6 meter heartbeat with the threat and lethality of instant down with exposure while he is tier 3. Now he's currently a tier 3 Michael Myers. Now every time he wants to tier up, he needs to stalk a survivor. While he's in tier 3, he will be holding the knife upside down, so there's your indicator. He gets a 10% window benefit for a faster window vault, and he also has the longest M1 lunge in the game, with the exception of Oni. Now that being said, what else do we know? We also know that he has tier 3 for 1 minute, and there'll be a sound indicator when he down tiers. Knowing how quickly he got his tier 3, I'm going under the assumption he has an add-on called the J Memorial. Now the J Memorial will allow you to moderately stalk survivors at a quicker rate and get the stalk out of them. That being said, he did get tier 2 and tier 3 at a quick rate, therefore the person might not have seen. We got 2 generators done. I am injured, which is bad, but at the same time, I do have access to Dead Hard. I would like to know what other add-ons he has, or what other perks he's using. Now, this is going to lead to a 3-gen. The best thing I can hope for right now, believe it or not, is a med kit. Anything but a med kit would be a hindrance, but can still be utilized. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to take the heal. I will have access to Dead Hard. He did down tier, so he won't have his tier 3. If I'm injured, he's more likely to be able to go for the M1 on me, rather than getting stalk and preparation. That being said, we're coming around the side wall here. Now, we don't know what kind of perks he has just yet. We're gonna get robbed from the hook save. I could have dead-hearted and made it, but it's not worth the risk. I don't have a pallet to my right-hand side. I'm listening to Jeff. I'm going to react based off what happens to my left from these two, yeah? Applying pressure straight to the objective is going to be important. Now, my friend doesn't look like he has Pop Goes the Weasel the Killer, so we're going to put him in a really sticky situation by getting this objective done. I will have access to adrenaline if I live long enough. They should have healed right in front of the generator. Now, why is that? Because he has Prove Thyself. He would have given me the Prove Thyself buff as well. The fact that I'm injured isn't great, but it's not bad. He has been MIA for a little bit of time. He never came back to the hook, making me think he found another survivor, and that is exactly what happened. He found another survivor. He has hit that survivor, but he hasn't teared up. Now he is teared up. I'm going to let him see me in a sticky situation here, based on the fact I will have access to Dead Hard. I will have access to some pretty strong jungle gyms over here too, if he chooses to chase me, which is exactly what he's doing. I'm making sure I run this in a set direction. How close is he? I should be able to make this in time, where I'm going to be able to vault this window. I didn't see if he sidestepped, then he did. Make it look like I'm playing the pallet. What's he going to do? He's going to take spacing. I don't know if this is still available. This is a little dangerous. It is still available. He's going to respect. He's going to lunge nice and early. I'm going to wait here. See what he decides to do. A little bit of a moonwalk gamer. Going to go right through again. Lunging nice and early. Helping me out a lot. It's going to have play with your food though. Not play with your food, sorry. Bloodlust. You have to dead hard nice and early when I hear that sound indicator. Can see him. I'm going to give it to him. I could have kept running it, but rather than be ambitious... Now he's got the visual bug where he's holding his hand up as if he's going to a rave. I got a pretty good loop over here too. I'm going to take him to the one where I can see him at. We're going to see Rave Michael Myers. Now remember, it is just a visual bug until he gets pallet stunned, and he looks like he's going to be going for the stalk, which is fine because I'm going to adrenaline away. I'm going to take advantage of a mistake. I could vault this window as well if I need to. I'm not going to leave this tile. I'm going to keep staying here because I have a teammate working on objectives right now. There's going to be my adrenaline. I'm gonna run right past him right now. Looks like he's not gonna see me either. I got a really bad jungle gym over here, so I'll play towards the shack if he comes around behind me. Looks like I can't see him at the moment. We are running in a bit of a straight line. Got a teammate already on the door. We're both good and bad. I'm gonna wait on the corner and be a little bit of a lookout here. Looks like he's found somebody else. He's getting his tier 3 really quick, so we are actually under the assumption he has the J Memorial as well, keeping in mind how fast he is stalking. Now, he could be running one that allows him to stalk the Obsession faster. However, he's getting it really quick off other people too. Knowing that he's tier 3 means that we have one person missing here from the door. What are we looking at? We got one, we got two. Means the solo queue guy might be in a little bit of trouble right now. I'm going to run through the middle of the map. I used one pallet, didn't I? So he does have a lot to work with. I could have kept running from that jungle gym, but I didn't want to be too ambitious, knowing that I had 3 healthy people working elsewhere. There's 2 pistons on that door. Therefore, the door is not fully prepped. So we're going to come over here. Michael Myers is tier 3, giving him a louder and larger heartbeat as well. Keeping that in mind, if he doesn't have modern abuse, we're going to be looking at about a 32-meter terror radius. However, I think he may have modern abuse as well. That is going to be both doors prepped. All we got to do now is wait for him to down tier. I'm going to open this depending on how loud it gets. He's pointing. He's giving me the indicator that I need to open this door. Looks like they're going to get that down nice and early. As you can see, that's going to put Myers in a really awkward situation with his rave hand in the air. And we are going to be escaping the trial there. Anyways, guys, GG's well played. If you're watching this one over at YouTube, this is a game about this is a game against Michael Myers. How to stop him from tearing up. And I kind of show you the trick of the fact that Michael Myers doesn't have collision while he is stalking, as opposed to Ghostface does. Keeping in mind, Michael Myers, when he stalks, the further away he is. The slower he stalks, the closer he is. The faster he stalks, unaffected by Ghostface, who doesn't matter how far away you are at the 5 seconds if he's not leaning, and 2.5 if he's leaning. Anyways, guys, GG's well played. If you're watching this one over at YouTube, make sure you slap that subscribe button. I do informative, educational, survivor, and Dead by Daylight killer content all the time, and I try and upload it here so you guys can learn a little bit more. Anyways, guys, GG's well played, and I will see you in the fog in the next. Alrighty guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to be spawning in on Rancid. Now straight away we can hear Corrupt Intervention to the generator to my right hand side. Now I am in a 3-man pre-made with one solo queue gamer, and that is probably the Fengmin to my right hand side, which we already noticed she caught up to me when I ran early. Therefore she will be running Sprint Burst as well. Working on the objective, I'm going to instantly look around and try and find any information. In the bottom left hand corner, information has already been provided that my teammate has taken a hit, which is both very good and bad. It means the killer is not going to be coming towards us. Most likely he's going to be committing towards that survivor, and that is going to give us time to work on an objective. Now the issue here is 3 people are on 1 generator stacking. Realistically we should split and have 2 people, but at the same time 1 person injured, the killer might have Pop Goes the Weasel, so getting the generator done sooner rather than later is always a good choice. However, the other teammate has taken 1 hit and he is the first person to be chased on the board, so he or she should have access to an abundance of pallets and good jungle gyms. Now we instantly know who the killer is. We're going to be versing a Death Slinger, meaning he has 110% movement speed. He has a 24-meter heartbeat. Modern Abuse can put that heartbeat down to 16 meters. We're going to be looking at most likely Barbecue and probably Pop or Surge. Pop being the more common choice. That being said, he could also be running add-ons for his ADS or his reload speed. ADS stands for aim down sights. I'm going to be able to walk through all this stuff when he takes one shot and reloads. I instantly saw movement to the left-hand side, so we're going to let whatever happens over there go over there. I'm going to be paying attention more at this angle. I know the Feng Min is most likely going to be going for the save. My other teammate has been shot at right now, based on the fact I haven't been shot at. Therefore, he has been forced off a generator, meaning there is only one person currently working on a generator. Now let's look at the good and a bad situation, where we've got one generator done in the middle of the map. I'm applying pressure to the generator in the middle of the map as well. That is not modern abuse, I don't think. That is... yeah, I think we're okay here. So we're going to come all the way over here and try and play window, depending on his movement. I'm expecting him to try and shoot through the window, so quick sidestep at the last second. Good play by him. Sidestep out. Looks like he's looking for an M1 hit in my back, rather than a shot. And I am going to be taking an M1 as punishment here. Hopefully he tries to make a play. Bad play by him. We're going to get shot while we're in animation. Nothing I can do. Unfortunately, I'm going to get hit through the window. He stuffed it up, and I got full health. No reload Adams. Just going to block his line of sight, see what he does. Pay attention. There you go. Oh, he's not gone for a moonwalk. I'm going to medium bolt through. We're going to come from an angle. Unfortunately, he shot early and missed. I'm going to take advantage of his mistake while he's reloading and gets reduced movement speed. And I am going to cycle away to a different jungle gym. This jungle gym is a lot poorer than the previous one. However, I had a generator that I was originally working on that has no form of regression through ruin. Therefore, another teammate can come and pick up where I left off. We're looking for a sidestep if I need to, but he was a little bit late on that. That is fine. And we're going to just keep going around the skirt of this map while paying attention to his move. And he's lost another generator. He has to be very careful of his time management. He's still going to be chasing, which is a big mistake for him. He's overcommitting to this. Remember, if you can't hit a survivor or get a pallet in 15 seconds, you've generally made a mistake. I should be able to make this, vault the window, run around one more additional time. I don't think he'll get the shot because of the cows being in the way. And all right now, I'm looping him at the swinging... well, it's not even at the swinging cows. In such an awkward situation, he can double back. Can't hear the heartbeat. Heartbeat has faded, but it cost him 2 generators before he realized that. Now, if I was playing better, I would have noticed if my generator was completed or not. I'm coming back and I can see it wasn't, but I did see Megan react by running away and somebody else taking a hit who is going to be completing the generator, forcing this killer down to 1 gen because of one poor decision in chasing me around not even a pallet, but just around a really long loop. So that's one of the situations where sprint burst can be very beneficial, running a killer outside of chase. I didn't have sprint burst, but I did have line of sight, knowing he's 110% movement speed as a killer at 115%, which is what he'll get after Bloodlust, at running for 15 seconds without taking a hit. He'll be the default movement speed of the Trapper. So I just use line of sight against him, putting him in a really awkward situation. Now, right now, I am stacked on a generator with my teammate. I haven't really looped the killer. I haven't really done much against this killer. When he shot me with a chain and he lunged, he actually got aim assist on the wall, and he missed me. If he let the chain break by default, it would have given me the borrow time effect. For people that are going to be wondering why I didn't actually get hit there, it's because he missed with this swing. Now, 2 people on a gen is going to get it done in 47.5 seconds. Unfortunately, this killer is putting himself in a really awkward situation right now with his chasing. My other teammate to the left has managed to come over, and we're going to be able to group on the Jenny. Now, if he doesn't have adrenaline, I'll quickly stack with my teammate and look for the heal. Looks like he does. Oh, he does have adrenaline. I'm wondering why he got off that generator a second early. Now, we're listening for the heartbeat. I can't hear it. Now, based on the fact this guy hasn't hooked anyone, it puts him in a really awkward situation. I'm guessing we might be looking at a no-ed gameplay for late game. Now, that other person is still running or mending, based on the fact that the bar is pulsating right now and not going down. Based on the fact he hasn't stopped mending, I'm going to be under the assumption that the killer is on him. While he's running, the killer would have reloaded and tried to make a shot. Looks like the killer is currently chasing Smile now, or Smile got in the way for the other person while they actually activate mend. Remember, if you are under the effect of mend for as long as you're holding shift, you are not going to need to worry about mending. Just like that, they got the mend off. We're going to 99 the door. We're going to come through the map. Unfortunately, I don't have my Dead Hard back. I need to wait 20 seconds for Dead Hard based on the Love Hard on the right-hand side. I can see this guy coming right through here. That is going to be fine. If he's going to be coming over here, we'll sidestep it. Ooh, good shot by him. I'm going to try and use line of sight. You can see how the chain is breaking. For as long as the chain is currently being broken or glowing like that, it puts me in a better spot, and it's going to hurt the Death Slinger. So you always want to keep something in between you and the Slinger. A teammate will work as well. It just breaks the chain faster, allowing you to keep away. Now, as a Death Slinger, when you're reeling somebody in, you want to walk backwards while holding the right mouse button, and you reel them in at a quicker rate, making it harder to do what I just did then. Anyways, guys, GG's well played. If you're watching this informative rank 1 Survivor game over at YouTube, make sure you slap that subscribe button. I do informative, educational, Survivor, and killer content all the time, and I try and upload it to you guys. Anyways, guys, I will see you in the fog in the next video. Take care, and be awesome. Alrighty guys, and welcome back. Today we've got a special treat for you. We are going to be spawning in on Mid-Witch, just so we can actually teach you guys a bit about this map. Now unfortunately I do not have on Balanced Landing. All of us have spawned together, at least 3 players that we saw from the right hand side of the screen. Now what do we know? We know we got a heartbeated killer, which is good. There is no way for him to drop down through the roof onto me. I'm in a pretty good spot depending on how this guy reacts and if he runs past me. Okay, we are going to be versing the new clown outfit, which is good. I can play to the window if I need to. I kind of want to run into the smoke to find out what kind of add-ons he's got. Oh! Alright, it would appear that he does not have exhaustion add-ons. If I did run into that smoke and I had the Solve It Jug effect on the right-hand side of the screen, we would have known he had add-ons. Now, this is going to be a really good map for Clown, believe it or not. There are better maps, of course. You can loop him outside of Chase, which will hurt him. However, he can cut a lot of these jungle gyms into smaller pieces, and that can hurt you with the 15% hinder. Now, what do we know about the Clown? The Clown has 115% movement speed. When he throws a bottle, he has no penalty towards his movement speed. When he only has 4 bottles by default, after all 4 bottles have been used, he then has to hold the control key to fill up his bottles. While filling up the bottles, if he has to animation cancel and let go of it, it hinders his movement speed dramatically, so he should always pretty much commit to filling. So if you see a Clown filling his bottles, that might actually be the window for you to run away from the jungle gym and loop something else together. Now the Clown's default perk is Pop Goes a Weasel, Bamboozled, and Claudiphobia, so we could expect him coming over here with Pop Goes a Weasel, knowing that I was originally working on this gen. And we can hear that heartbeat getting louder, so we know he's coming in one of these 2 directions. I have to be super careful, because I don't know which one just yet. I have to be very careful. He could have went upstairs, he could have went back to the hook. Another thing about Mid-Witch is you can always hear the heartbeat, therefore it can be very intimidating, much like a map like the game. There he is all the way down there, and there is nothing he can do about the fact that I'm going to start this loop early. I'm going to cut right through the center, and I'm going to loop all the way around and get back to my generator. I'm going to loop him outside of Chase. Heartbeat appears to be slowing down, so he did stop on the generator. Let's see what he decides to do. We're going to come all the way back around. I think he might have actually understood what I'm doing and try and do a 180 here and cut me off. Looks like he did not. So let's come in and get our Pop Goes the Weasel. Remember, we're running this loop outside of Chase right now against him. We're going to tap the generator. And this is one of those situations where it can be devastating for the killer. If he chooses to regress, which he is not, he's choosing to chase me. I need to lose him now or play around something. Should have a window over here I can utilize. Good play by him. I'm not going to be able to do much there apart from take a hit in the back. I mispositioned myself. He's got Sloppy Butcher, which is nice. I'm going to try and take him away. We do have a pretty good aware area upstairs and a couple of pallets downstairs here. Got to be careful though. Side doors closed. Should be another pallet on my right. I'm going to go down there and work on that gen. The reason I can see my teammate right now is going to be because he has Blood Pact, which is nice. Claudette is waiting to take a hit from me. Very good play that you don't see too often from a solo queue gamer. I'm going to wait here, take that hit from her. Or take that heal from her and avoid a hit from the killer. I know exactly where I need to go as well. I'm going to go down there and work on that gen if there is no gen in either of these 2 rooms. Now, even though there's a staircase that leads upstairs, it is actually a dead end, and a totem can spawn up there as well. So that guy got grabbed off the gen. I was expecting a DS play, but unfortunately, they might have mistimed it. Maybe the gen was 99.9% completed, and they wanted to try and greed for it down, meaning we know exactly where the Clown is going to go with his Pop Goes the Weasel. Realistically, I wouldn't normally want to be healed, but because of the generator placement on this map, being healed can actually be quite a beneficial thing. Therefore, the Clown will be getting more value out of Sloppy Butcher. You can hear the generator downstairs. That was my original generator I was working on. I kind of want to work on this at the same time. I want to check on my gen underneath. I know the killer is not near there because I should be able to still hear his heartbeat regardless of the platform that the killer is currently on. He's getting saved by an ally. I'm applying pressure to my gen. He's instantly ran in the direction back towards where his gen was. That makes me think his gen was 99% completed. Pop Goes the Weasel nearly at the end of an animation. Will cut 20 seconds off. I'm going to walk here, see what he does. Did he see me then? He did not see me. I'm going to go right back onto the generator. I can drop down there, but I don't have a balanced landing play. So it can be pretty difficult. 2 people on that gen. That gen should be done about 2 seconds or so. That being said, what do we know? We know we got this generator up here and a generator downstairs in the middle that I can work on too. This one's a little bit more safer. He hit the Claudette, so he's going to be chasing that player. I got my teammate reacting by going down to the basement. Therefore, he's going to be trying to plunder a medkit or something that's going to allow him to heal, take care of himself, which we're going to be able to see in a second. Looks like the basement has been searched, so he's just going to be running right back out of there. There is a God pallet over there as well that he can utilize if he needs to. He's going to be able to see me, and if he comes to this generator underneath, I'm going to be able to drop down on top of him and go for a heal on him. Now, I do want to complete this knowing he has pop. If he just keeps going around to the right, he'll see the gen, and I will drop down for him. Looks like he found the generator. and he knows exactly what is going on. I'm going to be able to complete this. I did not realize how close that gen was to being done. Therefore, there would have been a teammate working on that. That's going to be adrenaline for one of my allies. The other ones don't have it. He is being healed by the other player as well, which is good to know. Now I know where 3 people are, including myself, with the other person being healed and getting a bottle on them from the killer. Now there is a hole for me to drop down over there too. I'm going to just drop through here. He's going to have that heal done any second. I'll apply pressure towards the door, and then we'll see if we can come back in and go for a bit of a save on one of our allies. Now we do have a bit of an interesting build in case you guys are wondering. We're going to be running Unbreakable. We're going to be running Soul Guard, which I'm actually kind of enjoying playing around with. I would prefer to have Iron Will because of how loud Jeff is. Unfortunately, I do not have it just yet. The good news is we know the killer doesn't have Know It. I don't know where he's coming from. Can't actually see, to be honest. That's a hit. That's unfortunate. Did my teammate come over to the door in that time? He did not. I was really hoping. That's 4 bottles, so he has to reload now. Oh, I mispositioned myself there, but I do have a lot of pallets on this map. He's got a lot of bottles, this gentleman. If he tries to fill, I leave. Still got a little bit of time to come back in. Remember, these pallets have been used, but I'm still okay, because I can do this while they take a hit. See how Claudette's looking for a body block play as well? Very well played by her. Multiple hits by everyone. Looks like the team is going to come together, and I do also not have Dead Hard available, which I was kind of waiting to use. That just goes to show you that even in solo queue, there are some still really great players out there. I wasn't a 3-man pre-made with Claudette being solo queue, but she managed to come back and become a really effective teammate. Anyways, guys, GG's well played. If you're watching this one over at YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I do educational Survivor and Dead by Daylight killer content 5 days a week. Some videos we do a lot of looping, some videos we don't do a lot of looping, but we try and teach you about split pressure, where we are, how we know what is happening, and how we are going to play around it. Now, I don't know much about Midwich, so I hope you guys managed to learn something in there as well. Anyways, guys, GG's well played. I'll see you in the fog in the next video. Alrighty guys, and welcome in. Today we're going to be spawning in on Thompson House. Now we can already see we have a David King right beside us right away. If we're going to be looking, the killer did play double blood points, so we might be looking at a killer who's either being very generous or might have a couple of cute add-ons up their sleeve. Corrupt Intervention on the Jenny to my right. We're going to be versing a nurse. I saw her. Now if I was a nurse and I brought double blood points and I wanted to bring good add-ons, what would I bring? I would bring the pocket watch. That's going to allow me to fatigue for a very small time between my blinks. I'd also run something that allows me to recharge my blinks at a quicker rate. Very beneficial, very devastating to try and verse when a nurse is bringing that combo together. Now, what do we know? We've got a Claudette here. David is missing. The nurse hasn't blinked. That's her first blink. Let's listen. That's 2 blinks very quick, therefore she's currently in chase of somebody. If we look on the bottom right-hand side of the screen, or the bottom left-hand side, you're going to be able to see Geef is currently being chased by the killer. That being said, we could have told that by looking at the obsession. Unfortunately, the other player has been found, therefore I think they loop together. That being said, this means only 1 generator is currently being worked on. Now the nurse, what do we know about her? She moves at 96.5% movement speed while she's walking. She can blink twice, and when she blinks, it'll take approximately 2 seconds to charge. A 16-meter blink. She should have heard the gen and turned around. Looks like she did. Did she fatigue really quick from that? I'm not 100% sure. I'll be able to tell you after I look now. She did not fatigue very fast, therefore she is not running the pocket watch. Is the generator regressing? I would have heard the sound ruin when I got off of it, so I already know the answer is no. Looks like she's fatiguing. She's trying to save up those 2 blinks. Gonna get the stability on the gen. I'm gonna try and lose her here. Come and tap that gen and then loot. She would have seen that, I think. No, she didn't. Let's just run here. I'm gonna come back. I managed to go right through her. That was very lucky. Really saving those second blinks. Gonna double black again. Oh, unlucky for her with the aim assist. Didn't hold it long enough. My other teammate had the same play. We're looking around to the right. And we're going to take something I refer to as unique pathing against this killer. Let her see me. Let's see what she does with her blink. She overshot her blink. If she comes back, we know she's in trouble. When the nurse's hand is open, it means she can charge a blink. This time it takes this to this. This is a full charge nurse blink. She'll make a wooing sound. She'll go, ooh. And while she's doing that, it'll approximately take 2 seconds with no add-ons. Some add-ons make it take longer, but she'll blink further. That being said, we've got a chest up here to search as well. She will be able to blink approximately 16 meters. We notice she's doing a lot of walking. Therefore, it looks like she's saving those blinks. I do have a Jenny up here, and the nurse can blink from platform to platform, which can be devastating. Now, I just animation cancelled a chest. What does that mean? I pushed the shift key, the W key, and left click just as the chest was about to end. That way I didn't need to worry about the end animation on getting an item out of the chest. Now, being on a generator myself, this will take approximately 80 seconds to complete. Now, we're listening right now. We only heard one blink. We know this nurse likes to blink once, fatigue, and then go for a double blink hit. Now, I know my teammate is most likely going to be running dead hard as well. I have played with them before. That being said, what do we know? We know we've got 3 generators left, 1 person injured who hasn't healed, therefore they're probably applying pressure to a generator. Down here to the right-hand side, can I see a generator? Yes, I can. I can see the bar and a little bit of the top. Therefore, this is going to be a 2-gen strat. I don't think she has a gen in the far right-hand corner. Getting one of these done would be very important if she did have a 3-gen, as she can blink right through the building. She doesn't look like she has range add-ons either. Now, what do we know? We know that gentleman is down. We know that she's going for blinks on somebody else. Therefore, he's crawling towards a pallet. He might have actually heard her come back and try and get to the pallet to make the killer hesitate. We're not 100% sure. We're going off what assumption we know from where we are. We got one teammate on full health who's unaccounted for. In this entire time, I've managed to do a generator on a platform upstairs, which is going to actually hurt the killer. It's going to benefit. Remember, we do have an injured teammate who's been MIA or unaccounted for. Now they're accounted for. What do we know? We know she got infectious fright. We also know I'm going to get the Jenny done, and I'm going to run very far away over here, and let's see what she does. Didn't shoot her blink. She's going to be able to hear the wooden floorboards. Now I'm going to turn left here as well. Good blink from her onto the staircase. The other guy has been picked up. Can't really make line of sight plays here. She stuffed up her blink. She's going to fatigue. I don't want to go back up. I want to take her elsewhere and away. I can heal with the amazing medkit I found. I have Iron Will and I'm not crying. Therefore, she does not have Strider. Going to come around through here. Got to be mindful. Remember, she can blink through the building. I gave her a sound indicator. We'll take her through the corner over here. And let's see what she decides to do. Might have nurses calling. We're going to stand here. We're going to heal. Good blink by her. Did she look at me when she blinked? She did not. Therefore, I doubt she has nurses calling. Looks like she's still tracking on the scratch mark, so nope, we're going to be okay. Now, I do have adrenaline, so I'm going to prep this heal. Rather than actually healing, I'm going to leave it at 99% complete. Got to be mindful if she does come in now. Doesn't look like she is. She's going to the generator in the corner. I'm going to go back over here. Now, the benefits of having a prepped heal means I'm going to be able to dead hard if I need to, and I'm going to be able to tap heal and get essentially an instant heal, and it's going to help me out against this killer. She's going to see an injured player and play towards that. The question is she really good with her? Oh, she saw that. Looks like she does have a range add-on then, guys. It did feel very long, that blink. I'm going to come through. I'm going to drop the pallet. I'm going to run to the right and see what she does. That's going to be an adrenaline. Didn't need my prep heal. She's cutting me off. She's trying to. I'm going to take her through the middle of the corn. That'll be my best play. Remember, she has range, so I'm looking for a fully charged blink. We're going to go right back to her. So she did overshoot her blink. Now, let's see. I'm going to keep running here rather than cutting back on myself. Make sure she hit the stone. We're going to go up. She only did one blink, so she's saving her second. Going to go all the way back through here. Let's see what she does. Now remember, she can cut through here and just blink down when she hears me, which is exactly what she did, but she held the blink a little bit too long. Blocking line of sight, we're going to run around the entire wall right now. It's going to be important. You hear the heartbeat end? I believe she gave up on chase. We're going to be going right for a different door, and it looks like that's where she's going. But she spent more than 20-something seconds here, therefore this door is going to be 99% completed. I don't think she would have gave up if she had no ed, so I'm happy to run straight for the door and try and get my out there. Keeping in mind that when the nurse does go for a blink, looks like she's going to be giving up on the try. It was a GG's well played, darling. A little bit of a celebration at the end. Guys, GG's well played. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you slap that subscribe button. I upload educational, informative Dead by Daylight content all the time. If you guys want to learn about the game, definitely the place to tune into. If you think you know everything about the DBD side of things, you can help me teach the people in the live streams where I stream DBD 5 days live on Twitch, as well as both Killer and Survivor. Anyways, guys, it has been a pleasure being here for you. Stay safe, stay awesome, and I will see you in the fog in the next video. Alrighty guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to be spawning in on Rotten Fields. Now I have a teammate behind me to the right hand side. I quickly want to let you guys know that I am in a duo queue, therefore there will be 2 gamers in here including myself, and the other 2 are going to be solo queue. I've kind of gone up the harvester a little bit for some field of view. I know where multiple generators are right now. I don't really want to work on the harvester gen, but I want to know who the killer is, and just like that I do. I know I'm versing a spirit, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to work on this generator. Getting both of these gens done will be very crucial for success based on how close they are to proximity in the basement. The basement will always spawn in the middle of the map, on the shack, on Rotten Field, so keep that in mind. Getting the generators done around it will help benefit you for your mid to late game. Now the next thing I want to know is if the killer has ruin. When I work on that generator, I'm going to instantly let go to find out, and we're going to find out she does not have ruin. Therefore, chances of her running corner ground without ruin are pretty slim. That being said, she could be looking for consistency through multiple injured targets, through either Sloppy or even Strider if she wants to hear you and make a phase anticipation of movement. Now Strider is commonly known as the best perk in the game for Spirit. I do agree with that to a degree, but I know you can run builds without Strider and make it work if you have enough practice. But if you're just starting out, Spirit, Strider is really good. Barbecue, Pop, these are some really good perks for you. Even Corrupt to funnel people together, depending on your playstyle or preference. With a lot of practice, you could look at running Devour, Hope, Hoarding Ground, Thrilling, and Pop as well. That would also be another choice. Also depends on your add-ons too, if you're going to be running movement speed add-ons, etc. A Spirit stacking double movement speed add-ons being the Father's Glasses, and I can't think of the other one's name off the top of my head. You can expect to be moving at 231% movement speed, 1% quicker than the Hillbilly in its current state right now at 230% with 2.2 second rev of instant down. Now, my Jenny's nearly done. Another generator has been completed. I will breed and get this generator completed because the last thing I want is her coming across the map right now and getting Pop Goes the Weasel regression on this objective. That is good. Now, you instantly know the other generator was eyeing up, which is all the way over there to the right-hand side, but I'm going to go wide and see what she decides to do. She's on my scratch marks, which is fine. I plan to leave this anyways and come over here. Let's see what she decides to do. She feels like the kind of gamer that's going to follow me and not cut me off. Now, this could be a little bit of a dangerous play, but I can play this Harvester against her, and there's nothing she can do. She can phase here and fast vault this with phasing. You can jump across it with Dead Hard or Sprint Burst. That would be the best play, but a lot of killers actually lunge across that. If you're 115% movement speed, you can walk across. If you're 110, like a Spirit, you have to lunge across. So if she comes over here with phasing, my players go up the Harvester, go for the vault, and then walk on the cushioning here on top of the hay bales. That is my play. Her counterplay is phase across and then lunge with the phase, which will get a successful hit on me, and that'll put me in a really awkward situation. Now, I know what she has to do to counter my play, but she could, for all she knows, I could hide, I could run through the corner, I could walk away. There's so many different plays I can currently do right now, but I know which play I'm going to make, regardless of the direction that she decides to come in. The fact that I have a teammate, Adam, you see that crow respawn, 15 seconds on crows, and I know there's either a teammate or a killer down there. Looks like we got a Jane coming in. We're going to group, we're going to stack and heal after we complete the gen. Keeping in mind that the Adam and the Jane are both solo queue right now. Looks like we're not going to get enough time to do that. We're going to do that. I could see a totem then when I looked. I have a good gut feeling that is Haunted Ground. Looks like she's chasing me, but I am going to be able to utilize a window. I'm going to just keep running. I'm going to double back right now. That was really good tracking by her. I think she phased for a long time. I shouldn't run her back based on the fact that my teammate... Oh, that was a bad spot to get revealed. I had to Dead Hard. Unfortunately, I made a misplay there. I do have a pallet down here on the left that I can utilize as well. Nice lunge. Let's see what she decides to do. I know she has her phase active. I know there's one gen left as well. That should be enough. Oh, nice. That was just a little bit of counting. She only phases at 176% movement speed, so kind of just calculating how long it's going to take her to do that. Block her line of sight and dip in a completely different direction. Now, I am leaving scratch marks, which can be a mistake. You can see there's somebody on objective down here. Ooh. She'll go straight for the gen. She won't go for me, based on the fact it's nearly completed. Ooh, she actually went for me. This leaving the scratch marks and then stopping was definitely a good call on my double backing there. There's going to be an adrenaline. Multiple people healed with adrenaline, including 3, even being the one that she just did hit then. However, we know she has a lit totem. Has she hooked anyone through Devour Hope? Therefore, there's no point in breaking that totem. It can't be nowhere. There is no lethality from having that totem up. If there were 3 stacks of Devour, then I would recommend breaking that. Because there's not, right now breaking that, having so many people on full health, will hurt the team. If everybody was injured, then breaking that would be fine. I'm going to 99 the door, and I'm going to go back through the map through walking to see if I am able to get my Dead Hard back. He's nowhere near This is good. He's nowhere near the base. Ooh, actually, is he? She could take it to the basement. She didn't based on how he moved then. That's fine. So we're waiting for Dead Hard right now. Unfortunately, there's no one on the other door. In a perfect world, they wouldn't hook save him. I would prep the other door, then we'd make a play, but it is solo queue, so we have to be very careful right now. And that was just a farm under hook, which was a bad play, knowing there are multiple people coming in for the save. She could have been a little bit more patient and made it work. However, my teammate might have BT on him and go for a BT hit right now into a save. He's going to be applying pressure to the door. I'm going to wait with him. I'm going to heal him, and then I'm going to come back in. Seeing how he's stuck to the door for a long period of time, that kind of makes me think he has access to DS here. I'm going to go straight for the door while the other guy, Adam, is going to be getting the save, which is fine. We group, we stack, we heal, then we apply pressure. Let's see what she does. If she picks him up, I'm in a good spot. If he has DS, he can run straight for the door and I'll take the hit for him. No DS. Door is going to be prepped at 99%. I'm going to heal my teammate here. It'll be the right call even if she has DS. Multiple people, no point in holding on to the make hit. We all get healed, then we run straight for the killer. She can't hit everyone at once. It's going to be good. Keep going. Split up. One hit, they open the door. The other two go for the save. One takes a body block hit. Looks like the other guy's just going to be going for the door as well. I'm going to take a hit in the back now. He has BT to save me. Adam is Maya and unaccounted for. I do have access to Dead Hard. Looks like Adam was waiting in front of the door. That is a common play that you'll see in solo queue, that the Adam could have been there, but instead I was lucky that I gave my teammate BT to take the hit as well. Anyways, guys, GG's well played. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you slap that subscribe button. I do informative, educational, Dead by Daylight, Survivor, and killer content 5 days a week over at Twitch if you guys want to pop into the live streams. And if you think you know everything about DBD, you can help me teach people that do not. Anyways, guys, GG's well played, and I will see you in the fog in the next video. Alright guys, and welcome back in. Today we're going to be spawning in on Mother's Dwelling. Now, a lot of people have been asking me recently about Detective's Hunch and how can I make it work. Now, if you look in the bottom left, you're going to see that I have a map. It's not going to be a rainbow map, it's going to be a default basic map. Now, I'm also going to be running two add-ons in there. The add-on that you're looking at the top right-hand side is, I think, called the Silk Cord. That is going to allow me to track killer belongings. The add-on you see at the bottom is going to allow me to share whatever I see on the map with all my allies. Now, Detective's Hunch basically is when I complete a generator, I have to be on it at the end of the generator, not at the beginning, not in the middle. I have to be on it when it completes. Every aura of anything around me within 64 yards will be revealed to myself and my teammate for as long as I channel the map. So right now, when this gen is done, I'm going to be able to show you guys real quick what is currently happening. Every aura reveals, my teammate can now see while I'm channeling the map, giving him time to go straight for the totems to the right-hand side, and me time to go for a totem straight up here, and then the totem on the left. I'll break both of them, therefore we are an indirect counter to Noed, providing my teammate is going to be going to break these totems. I can get two out of the way, he can get one out of the way. I know where a chest is if I need to find somewhere to heal underneath. All my teammates would have seen those auras regardless of how far away they are on the map. This is how you incorporate Detective's Hunch into a normal map build. A lot of people think it's an undermined or not a very powerful perk, and you are right, it does lack a little bit if your team doesn't come together. It is kind of one of those perks like Leader where you need people to work as a squad to be able to benefit from it. Now, I am going to 99 the chest, knowing that somebody else can come over and search it. They might have Plunderer's Instinct. I do not. I have no intention of actually getting the item out of it. Now, normally with a chest, to animation cancel, you'll press the Shift, the W, and the left click key. I can take a hit from him if he needs it, and it looks like he did need it. That was a very precise blink hit from the nurse. We're going to go for our chest right now real quick. Now, unfortunately, because if I choose to animation cancel, the killer will get a notification. Believe it or not, if I don't animation cancel and I slam the chest like this, doesn't matter. Now, I could show all that stuff to my teammates, just like that. She only blinked once, so she's still nearby. I'm going to start working on the gen a little bit in case she chooses to come back. That way I can give my teammate borrowed time if I need to. He doesn't have Kindred, and no one else knows that I'm currently here. I don't think she's coming back. She did one blink away. I'm going to listen for one more large blink, or one blink and then a follow-up blink. That's a follow-up blink, therefore she blinked twice, so she is at the furthest point away, or she's at the furthest point in time for her to be able to come back. Our nurse only has 2 blinks. If she has more than 2 blinks, she's unable to blink through walls. That being said, she didn't blink through a wall when she downed my teammate, but it's very uncommon for the nurse to be able to have more than that. Very fast heal from my teammate. 2 people on a generator again. Now, you'll notice those auras revealed that there aren't many totems left on the map. That being said, she is coming back in. Let's see what happens here. Now, my teammate might have DS. I know I don't. I want to take spacing away. He took an early hit, which is unfortunate. Remember, every aura I channel off this map right now, my teammates can see. It is just an ordinary, there you go, 1, 2, and 3. 3 totems left, 3 totems available. Somebody upstairs working on that. I can see all those totems. I can make sure I'm going to be countering Noed if it is an option. I'm going to do this totem here. I'm going to help on the generator upstairs. Then I'm going to go break the last 1 or 2 totems if they are still available. While I'm running up the stairs, I will channel the map because I do have a teammate who is MIA, who could possibly be doing one of those other 2 totems, and if the totems is completed, I will have information based on that as well. Let's have a look if the totems are still up. 1 totem's up. You notice the totem down there to the right-hand side has disappeared, and the chest is currently being searched. I just located my teammate through that. I'm going to walk over here. I've got a good gut feeling the nurse is upstairs, or very close. Looks like she left off that. Now we know we got 1 totem left that we have to deal with to counter Noed. And this isn't a rainbow map. This is a default, stock standard map with Detector's Hunch. I am running an add-on that allows me to track killer belongings, therefore totems and hooks. However, I am also having access to being able to share those auras with my teammates. Now, she will see me up here, unfortunately. I will greed for this generator. I might take a hit in the back, but I do think it's the right call to complete it, especially if she has Pop Goes the Weasel. Generator is done. I'm going to rotate here. Let's see if that last totem is available. That last totem is not available. By the way, you cannot vault a window while using a map. I just learnt that. Alright, all totems have been broken on the trial. We got 1 generator down there. We got the chest down there. We're almost out of map. Not that it matters anymore because the job of the map is done. It is completed. I can see the nurse to my left-hand side. Did she turn her camera? She did not. I do have BT if I need to help my teammate. Looks like she may have access to a 3-gen strat over in this side of the board as well, unless there's one in the far right-hand corner of the map that I haven't gone over nearby. If he wants to heal, I'll give it to him. Otherwise, we can go back to the corner on the right and apply pressure back to this objective, and we'll find out if she had pop and she came over here to aggressive. See that crow despawn? We know we got another teammate coming in. He's going to be injured. 2 people on the gen is going to be good. If the killer chooses to come over and I can take a hit and bait her away, I do have adrenaline. She overshot that blink, which is nice. She's aiming for somebody else. Really good play. She has Surge. I don't see too many nurses run Surge. Good dead hard play. This is actually the first person I've seen run Surge on the nurse bar myself, believe it or not. Now, rather than healing my teammate up, she's coming back in. She saw me. I'm going to take spacing back the way. Not going to be able to heal this guy. He's nowhere near going to be done, which is fine. I'm going to just try and take a little bit of distance and see what she decides to do. I'm going to wait out of her line of sight where she can't make a proper blink or a good play. Make sure she hasn't regressed the generator. If I take a hit to save this guy's bacon, it's worth it. Making sure we're blocking a line of sight. Notice how she only does 1 blink. There's adrenaline from another generator being completed. Therefore, it wasn't a 3-gen. I'm going to rotate away. My teammate picked himself up through adrenaline, and now she's going to have to chase him. I will search this chest based on the fact that no one else did it, and I'm curious as to see what's going to be inside. Not that I'm going to drop anything. Make a comment in the make a comment below the YouTube video and tell me what you think's in the chest. All right, I'm calling a yellow med kit. Close, but that is okay. All right, what are we looking at? Any auras? No need. We just got the killer belongings being tracked, being the chest. I can't heal this guy at a quicker rate, but I can get the door done and come back in for him. He's only in struggle. He's not on death hook. I need to be careful of my scratch marks. Rather than healing him, we'll think ahead. He held shift, so I wouldn't stop healing on him then. Very clever play. He wanted me to go for the door. My intentions were to go for the door as well. The second he starts crawling towards me, I know he's fully recovered on the ground. So will he be done recovering by the time I have the door prepped? We also have another teammate injured, therefore I will not open the door. I'll leave it 99. Looks like the other person's going to be over here and get the heal up in time. That is going to be good. Unfortunately, they are down, but there's 3 of us, and we're going to have access to BT. Keeping in mind, I will be getting dead hard back real soon. We're going to wait for that hook to happen, and then I think my teammate's going to open the door to counter any form of BT, Blood Warden that the killer will have. We both have BT. I want my dead hard back in case I take an early hit, so I'm going to start walking here, really trying to take him through the map. I'm going to let her see me here and try and maybe hide behind the tree. Good. It's unfortunate I got hit early, went for a little bit of a walk. The other guy might get up there in time. That's a bad play by me. I couldn't see because of the stain. Looks like he's going to need to go in and get the save, try and take a hit for somebody else while I open the door. I don't know why he hasn't ran down to try and assist these 2 targets, keeping in mind that one of them is the Obsession, therefore they might have access to Decisive Strike, which is commonly known as the strongest perk in the game for a killer. She's overcharging that blink, so she's coming for me. It looks like that was a really good dead hard done by my teammate, and we're going to be able to come in for this full heal. Let's see what happens here, and that's going to be GG's for the nurse. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video on how to use Detector's Hunch and why it is a great perk, make sure you slap that subscribe button. I do informative, educational, Dead by Daylight, killer, and survivor content all the time. And if you guys want to catch it live, make sure you tune into the Twitch streams where I stream it live 5 days a week. That being said, guys, you've been awesome, and I'll see you beautiful people in the fog next time. Alrighty guys, and welcome back. I got a special treat for you today. Can I escape a round of Dead by Daylight only holding the crouch key? Now there are some rules. If I can enter a locker, however when I come out I need to hold the crouch key to go around. I'm not allowed to touch the shift key the entire trial. I am only going to be crouching around the map with Urban Evasion and Iron Will. So I can still do gens, I can still interact with different things. I just gotta be mindful of my movement. Now if you've noticed in the bottom right hand corner, I have a wickedly OP build. I'm running Iron Will with No Mither, giving me 150% quieter cries of pain. Now realistically, I want to work on the generator in the middle of the map. Based on the rules of the challenge, I want to work on the generator in the middle of the map because I am always up for a challenge. Now we can already see movement over here by Lisa. Of all the killers I could be versing, I am a direct counter towards Lisa because I am going to be urban evading around. Now the hag can only set off traps if you are running over them. Therefore, if I am crouching over them, I'm going to be fine. There is an add-on called the Mint Rag, which will allow her to teleport to them. But this is probably a really good game for us to be able to go in for this challenge. Now, what do we know? Same rules apply. I want to work on the generator in the middle of the map. I want to try and avoid the killer at all costs. If this killer is going to be running Modern Abused, her 24-meter heartbeat will be reduced to 16 meters. And if that is the case, that puts me in a really awkward situation. Movement to my left, my other teammate. We're going to get the gen done in the middle of the map, and then we're going to urban evade away. We'll quickly search the chest to the right, or check to see if anyone else has done that. And then we're going to try and find something else to work on. Now, I don't want to do the Jenny in the corner right now. I kind of want to be ambitious and work in the center. This guy's got the right idea. He's going to be running from Lisa. I need to block her line of sight, because if she comes over here, I may be in a bit of a pickle. Alright, he's going to be looping her there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply pressure to this generator, knowing that I had a cape run to that generator there. What's the bad news about this? A, it's going to lead to a gen rush. B, it's going to lead to bad gen placement for the end game. That's going to be corrupt intervention. You want to know something? I say it's got about 10 seconds left. So I might actually hang around here for 10 seconds. Now remember guys, I am able to get in a locker and out of a locker. That's corrupt intervention expired. Do keep in mind when you come out of a locker, your character will automatically be standing, and then I'll be able to push the crouch key again. This is a bit of a fun challenge. Now I was looking at my build earlier and I was thinking what would make it a little bit more fun. Yes, I'm running Iron Will, which will work with No Mither, but if I was trying to do this build a little bit less of a challenge without No Mither, Spine Chill would be a great option as well with the other perks. Keeping in mind, I can only crouch. Look at the bottom right-hand corner. You notice how there's still 3 tokens on Distortion? That means this killer does not have Barbecue and Chili. Now I know she will not be able to see me across the board. She might still have Thrilling Tremor. She might have Discordance. She might have Surveillance, but she doesn't have Barbecue because my aura was not revealed to her and a token was not consumed. A generator has been done all the way across the board on the right-hand side. Everybody in the trial is injured, which is dangerous. When I'm done this generator, I'm going to go for the save. Now, I know how that sounds. Yes, I'm not allowed to run. I can only crouch walk. So let's see how this goes. Keeping in mind that I'm not crying as well, I might be able to get in there real close without her sensing me. The hag does see a lower field of view towards the ground, which might actually give her a tactical advantage at finding me. The generator is going to be done. We're going to be looking at 2 gens left. I have a teammate who's Maya and unaccounted for. My teammate might be a little sad that I'm urban evading all the way in, because if I run, I probably still wouldn't make it. But I'm coming for you, mate. Don't even worry. Somebody else beat me to it, so I'm going to go for the other gamer, the one closer here. Now remember, I am able to slow vault a window. It is in the rules, but we're coming in for the save right now. We're going to be careful that she doesn't see us, so we're going to take the short wall here. Anything to block her line of sight. Hasn't looked over her shoulders. Looks like that gen was sealed with the perk that the new survivors come in with called For the Alliance. Now, if she wants to be healed, she's got No Mither. I can't heal her. That's terrifying that she set that off because I'm not allowed to run. Alright, this is good. We're going to continue to urban evade. We're going to try and work on one of these other 2 generators. Now, I know there's going to be a gen down there. I think this may lead to a 3 gen working over here, but we're going to have to be mindful. We've got a gen on the right-hand side of the map. If I go up this hill and I see a gen in the far left, I'm going to work on whichever one has a worse jungle gym. It would appear there is no gens up here. That means I have to come through the map. I do have access to a chest over there if I want to search it, but that is okay. We're going to come through. She's going to have a 3 gen here. Looks like my teammate's in a little bit of trouble there. Sounds like the gen's nearly done, so here's the play. I'm gonna do the gen. My teammate's already on the gen. Fantastic call. If he's working on that, don't worry, I've got the save. Teammates looping the killer away, working really well as a squad. I'm a bit of a weighted teammate right now, but that is okay. We're gonna continue to urban evade away. Looks like my teammate is caught on, and now he knows the superior tactic in Dead by Daylight. The hag has spotted us. We have to react. We have one form of defense, and that's this tree. Nailed it. The sheer power of urban evasion. Actually, that was impatience and luck that somebody else set it off a trap. But we're going to go all the way to the other end of the map, and we're going to try and apply a little bit more pressure towards an objective. Now, we don't have the pebble. We've got nothing to work with here. It's a little bit of a scenic route, so you guys are going to have to bear with me. Now, this was a challenge that nobody requested, but I thought I'd, you know, put it in the works to see if you guys have any more challenges you'd like to see happen in Dead by Daylight, any set perks. Make sure you comment in the description down below. Looks like the hag is coming over here. That is going to be fine. She's not reacted towards us. We did have the bus. We wouldn't have made the bus. We're moving at a pretty damn slow movement speed. It looks like my teammate is coming up from behind here. Heard a trap being triggered to the left. I am going to be able to hide here. Looks like she did take the teleport. No, she did not take the teleport. She might take that one, though. Coming around the corner. Looks like we're going to be okay. Pallet has been gone. Got to be very, very careful here. So remember, I am able to work on a generator. I have to be crouched the whole game. Now, the next challenge I'm going to be doing is pretty much the same as this challenge, but I can only walk. I'm not allowed to crouch. So make sure you guys tune in for that educational video of walking. Now, obviously, there's not much to learn in these trials, but these are just a couple of cheeky challenges I thought you guys may like. Now, the generator is going to be nearly done. I'm going to have to react early. Looks like she went for a lunge. I kind of want to work on the gen. It depends on what happens here. I think we can come on and work on the gen. Looks like she's coming back. Gonna have to go round into the right-hand side and hope my teammates leave scratches elsewhere and away. I'm kind of out of position. She's going to be regressing the gen. We've got a bit of a peeping Tom angle here. She placed something at the window. She's regressing with brutal strength. That was a very fast kick animation. The grass is really loud. I have to be super careful. Calculated. Yet again, she didn't see me. She saw the trap and she reacted to the trap. I'm going to crouch walk around here. And I'm going to find another generator to work on because I cannot come into that. That just goes to show you, this build is actually undownable. That is not true. Don't listen to that. But this just goes to show you the impatience from the hag with her teleports has managed to save my bacon at least twice this trial. Good. Adrenaline is activating for everyone else, but not me. Apparently no one has adrenaline. I kind of want to go to the door on the left-hand side. If she's seen me here, I may be in a bit of trouble. Looks like we're okay. Oh, she looked over her shoulder. She might have seen something, but she's playing to the door on the left, so I'm going to go to the door on the right-hand side. For anyone asking, this is not a paid actor. I'm just letting you know. Alright, so we're going to come in here. Looks like he set off the trap. He took a hit in the back. Depending on his looping abilities, I may be in trouble here. I'm going to try and hide. I'm going to try and urban evade a little bit further to the other door. I can hear that door is being worked on. If he'd like a heal, I'm actually keen to give him one. Do you need a heal, friend? You're all good? Oh, you do need a heal? I've got you. Don't worry about it. You don't need a heal. Alright. No worries. We're going to have to take the scenic route here because we aren't the fastest character in Dead by Daylight. Well, all characters move at the same movement speed, but I do have a penalty right now of urban evasion. On a plus note, it is impossible for me to counter, well, to set any hag trap off. This is a 100% counter to the hag. If you always hold the control key, the hag can't teleport to her traps. She needs a trap to be triggered to then teleport to it through crouch, just like that. That trap right there, completely counted, 100% counted. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this game of how to outplay a hag without being hit and go into dying state with no mither, without even running, make sure you slap that subscribe button for more informative educational DVD content. I do stream DVD 5 days a week over live at Twitch if you guys want to tune into it and have a wonderful time. If you think you know everything about DVD, you can help me teach the people that don't. Anyways, guys, have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe, and I will see you in the fog in the next video.